see a list of those up on the screen for different content areas. And to also use the Osmo game system with apps. And the apps for the Osmo are Words, Tangrams, Newton, and Masterpiece, which is a new app that's been added since I wrote my original grant. And I have a video that will play that will show, hopefully, that will show how Osmo works with Words, Tangrams, and Newton. Masterpiece, the most recent app, is a art app. They can draw their own picture using a photo. So Osmo is engaging, versatile, fun, it's affordable, and it's evolving. They're always adding new apps and games. This is the tangram app for Osmo, and it helps my students with shape recognition and combining those shapes to make different forms. It has different levels of difficulty.
It's a puzzle. Cool. Would you like to try? Yes. Yes. Okay. Doing a puzzle. Oh, yeah! Let's play this, guys. Okay.
This is the first app. It's customizable. You can create your own practice with different difficulty levels for it as well. I have created some with color words, number words, and you can have an easy level with maybe one missing letter or more difficult with the whole word missing. And this is the Newton app. They have to guide the bouncing ball into the target area, and it really gets more difficult, and they have to think about ways to sort of rearrange their thinking to hit that target. Overall, Osmo has been a really fun tool for them to use, and it really engages them in working hands-on with the manipulatives that are provided with it. So this is a photo of some of my students using Osmo and showing it to one of the guests that we had in our room, and they are very engaged when they're using it. Like I said, Osmo Words is customizable, and you can differentiate for your students different levels with the different levels of difficulty, and the same goes for Osmo Tangrams. Another app that we use is EasyBlog Junior, and we use that to create different communication products. We created videos and audio recordings, and one of the projects that I had my kids do, we're working on creating videos to introduce next year's students to sort of our classroom routines and the things that we do in our room. So I have a video coming up that will hopefully show you a few of my students' projects. This is one student who was taking a picture of our library center to create her project. And this video that is coming up, this little boy told us about how to use our Write the Room workstation. So I'm not sure if this one will play or not.
Can you tell us how to write? We would write this, then paper, then a pencil, then write two, then try to find a point that matches two, and that's why that and then you try to look for another one, and then another, but try to find an easy one first. Then try to find the hard one someplace else. I don't look. Try to find your easy places and the hard. Up, down, up, down, up. And that's why.
This video is a student who did an audio recording telling us more about our classroom flip chart.
We start on green, and if you do good choices, you get to move up. If you make bad choices, move down. If you get moved down, you have time out at recess.
So my students have really enjoyed using what they know about our classroom and our routines to create these videos. We have focused on a couple of things with a rubric for those speaking loudly and speaking clearly, and they've really improved over the course of the year with that. And we also talked about the way that they need to organize their thinking. So when they're talking about write the room, for instance, it's important to only talk about write the room, and that's something that you really have to work on when you're working with 5 and 6 year olds, of course. They love to tell stories, so it's important with them to talk about how to sort of organize their thoughts and when to talk about each different aspect. So that's something that they improved on as well. We still have some work to do in that area, of course, but you can see that they did improve greatly based on the rubric that I used to sort of assess their performance in that area of presentation. But they've all been very excited to do this culminating project where they create the videos for our incoming students for next year to show them what they know about our room and about our routines. And I'm sure some things will change, but overall I think it has been a great project for them. So I'm definitely planning to continue using the iPad minis and workstations, and I'll be using Osmo even more, especially as they develop new games and apps, and all of the apps are free, by the way. And we'll begin using EasyBlog Junior earlier and use it more often. It's a tool that I started using after Osmo. I wish I had really started using it sooner this year. And I'm always looking for new apps and finding new apps to use in different content areas as well. So they have been a great tool for our classroom. Does anybody have any questions?
What was the initial investment for Osmo?
Osmo, when I purchased Osmo, it was right at the beginning, it was $79. I know the plan was to charge $99. I don't know if they've raised the price yet. But for $79, you get the stand or the base, you get the reflector, which is that little red piece that goes on top, you get all of the tangram pieces, and you get all of the letter tiles for the words you use.
And they work on an iPad Air and as well as
Yes, I believe so. It tells on their website everything that it's compatible with, and it's playosmo.com, I believe. But it's very engaging for the kids. Any other questions? All right. Let's get